Welcome to a fresh sip of Kosher Caffeine with Rabbi Shlomo Ezagui. I would like to share with you a pretty insightful story. Mr. Frieden was a journalist and a photographer in Israel, and during the 70s and the 80s, he would come from Israel to take pictures and videos of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, together with his students, Hasidim, and followers throughout the high holiday season. He would bring it back to Israel and give the people over there a little taste and a feeling of what it was like to be with the Rebbe and his followers for the high holidays. One time, Mr. Frieden had an exhibit in Tel Aviv, and one of the other photographers came by his booth and inserted a comment into his guest book. What are you bringing to a modern day city? Middle age practices and points of view. The next time Mr. Frieden went visiting for the high holidays with the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, he showed the Rebbe his guest book, probably to get the Rebbe to sign in himself, and the Rebbe looked through the guest book and noticed this comment. The Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, says to Mr. Frieden, the next time you see this person, please tell him, not everything that happened during the Middle Ages was bad, and not everything that takes place during these days is good. We sometimes look at the modern day points of view as evolved and as advanced. Unfortunately, that's not always the case, as we see in, unfortunately, problems that are taking place in homes between husbands and wives and children, and the many other different issues that go on today. And as well, what happened during the Middle Ages, there are still many different eternal truths that were understood by the great scholars and rabbis that are very applicable and very meaningful for us to learn and to adopt and to adapt into our lives today. See you next time when we brew our fresh sip of Kosher Caffeine.